To another video. So with today, I finally am going to be showing you guys how I do product research. There's generally just three methods of how I do it, and the last method is basically the one that I use the most, and basically where I find all the products that do pretty well for me is from the last method. And I'm pretty sure most of you guys, if you've done research about dropshipping, you should know a fair bit about these. These aren't anything new. They're nothing crazy, but I know you guys have been asking me, a few of you guys, about how I do product research. So I will be showing you all three. And firstly, I just want to talk quickly about my criterias of how I pick the products and what basically for me defines a good product to do. It takes some practice. It's for me, it took a while before I kind of understood what a good product was. And yeah, for you guys, again, this is nothing new. This is literally information that's out there already on YouTube. People who are big organic dropshippers basically already tell this to you guys already. So it's literally nothing new, but you won't understand it until you actually do it yourself. And it's all through trial and error. And eventually you get to the point where you understand what a good product is. So one of the biggest things and main things that I look at is virality. Has this product gone viral, right? If the product hasn't gone viral, there really is no point to doing it. I don't understand why you would do something if it hasn't gone viral. There really is no point to picking that product. So yeah, that's one of the biggest things is virality. Second thing is the product a little saturated? And obviously it depends. Each product is different. Some products can still be saturated but still convert well for you if it's a high converting product. I've certainly done products where they already were saturated, but I still hopped on and I still made 10K from it or something. So it's still not completely something you should write off. But you just need to judge properly to see if, a lot more accounts are actually viral. And if they are, most likely they probably are getting sales. Just depends, really. You really need to check on the products and do really good research. But, if it's some products, most products, I would say, if they've been doing it for a while and a lot more people are also doing it, usually I wouldn't really hop onto it. So yeah, that's one big thing is if the product is saturated or not. And then the next criteria I look at, how I know a product is a really good banger is basically if that account has gone viral, but then that account also, their videos are really shit. Their videos are literally filmed with an iPhone 6, but then their video still gets 1 million views and stuff. And this product called the Pen fishing rod. Some of you guys may know this product. I basically did that one, and I was probably the second person to ever do that product. And I didn't go viral until a long time after a few people have already done it. But the main guy who was doing it, his videos were trash, complete trash. Transitions were weird. It's just really crap. But then, because he was the first of the product, it did well. So then he went very, very viral, consistently viral, literally back to back. Every single video was viral for him. But then his videos were just really crap. That is a banger. That is a product that you should 110% do. If it's one person doing it and you haven't seen this product before, but in that one account, it's just completely popping off and the videos are trash, that is a big, big sign that it's a banger. And usually whenever I see that on an account, I'm 110% doing that product because it just has probably a really good wow factor. And that's probably why it's got a high virality rate if that does happen. So you just got to be a little bit better than the person who's already doing it, and you can basically go viral. So that's one of the biggest things. It's hard to find products like that though, because you basically have to be one of the first onto it. So it's very like hard to find something like that. Like I haven't found too many like that. But the pen fishing rod, that was one that I found just like that. And every time I'm doing my burners, I want to look out for that. Like 100%. If I see something like that, that's like I'm 100%, 10% doing that. So that is one of the biggest things in terms of what I'm looking for when I'm actually doing the research. And mind you, I'm also doing 2 hours a day on product research, and I would say that is probably the bare minimum you should be doing. Even if you do have like a really good product that's going on right now for yourself, you should still hop on to product research every single day, because it's important that you are always like bringing in new products to do. So then, when your product that's doing well, it dies off, you've already got other products that are running. So you won't just rely on one product. So yeah, it is very important that you keep doing product research every single day. For me, it took a while to get used to it, but eventually got to a point where it's just basically a routine now. Like I end up doing product research basically at the end of the day before I go to bed. I do like a couple hours just scrolling on it. Instead of doing doom scrolling, I'm doing burner scrolling. So yeah, I replaced a lot of my doom scrolling with just doing product research instead. And it's been doing pretty well. Eventually, it's hard at the start, but you get used to it. And you just look at products as looking at product videos is basically just take it as entertainment. But that's how I look at it now. So yeah, the first method of how, or I should say, start from the last one. So third method, number 3, is basically AliExpress. I don't do this often. I do it sometimes when I'm like super desperate and I can't find anything on my burners. This is what I will do. So basically, I've got an account on AliExpress. And when I do have products that I want to look for, I obviously do scroll and search them on AliExpress. And that is basically how you would like warm up your account, is doing, it's just when you're searching for products. So then the algorithm kind of understands what kind of products you're looking at. So then basically on the home screen of AliExpress, you just scroll and scroll and you just keep scrolling. And basically what you do is you're looking obviously at each product, but it's difficult, especially for beginners, because you need to have an eye for what a good product is. And so as a beginner, you have no idea what a good product is, even though you think you know what a good product is, but you don't. That's the truth, you just don't. So yeah, like that method is a bit difficult for beginners because you don't know what a good product is, so you can't really pick it just off the bat through AliExpress scrolling. But that is one of the methods I do. Obviously, it's a lot more difficult, so I don't do it too often. But I do it sometimes when I'm like bored, I'm looking for something to do. I always probably would just scroll on AliExpress to see if there's any products that haven't been done yet that I could try. But yeah, that's number 3. Number 2 is on Instagram. So Instagram burner. Basically, I'll show you guys on my phone that I have right now. But essentially, if I just turn that around. So this is my Instagram right here. And I've made my own account, called it Burner Top G. But basically, what you want to do is when you've created your own account, like a brand new account, you want to search for things like TikTok, well, not TikTok maybe buy, but maybe like Amazon finds. And basically, you want to warm it up for 3 days. And what you'll do is you'll basically look at products that are dropshipping. Obviously, a lot will be like coming Amazon's salesy kind of videos, but then just scroll by them. until you see something that's a dropshipping video, it takes a bit of time, but just keep scrolling. And you want to especially, like, you'll see a lot of like Indian videos as well. Indian videos are very popular on Instagram. So you want to 110% scroll past those. Don't even look at them, because you don't want your algorithm to just like show you Indian products. It's a bit annoying, but keep scrolling until you find something that is dropshipping, which hopefully I can find somewhere. Been scrolling for a while now. This is the only hard part about Instagram, is that like the beginning of it is like difficult, but once you get the algorithm going, this seems a little dropshipping. It's not. Anyways, you get the point, right? Like, you basically scroll until you find something dropshipping, pretend this video is dropshipping, and then you just like watch it. So if I go on my reels, basically right now, basically all my videos mostly are dropshipping videos. Like this is pretty dropshipping. And if you're in the beginning, you want to, basically how you warm it up is your first day. You just want to, first day you just want to scroll. Second day you start liking, commenting and interacting with dropshipping videos. And you do the same for the third day. And then after that, you should start seeing more on your reels and stuff as like dropshipping videos. And the more you do it, the more you'll actually see more dropshipping products. Like I've had this account for ages. And yeah, that's how I would do it. I do use this quite a fair bit, this method. And I will say Instagram was a bit hard to build up, like for the burner. The algorithm just like likes to send you random stuff all the time. And basically how you like get past that is so this video obviously isn't a dropshipping video. Once you see something like this, don't watch it, right? Just when you see something that's not dropshipping, just do this. Just scroll past. Like don't even wait a second, just go real quick past it. And then the algorithm will understand that you actually don't like watching these kind of videos. And if you see products that you've already seen before, also do the same. So if I've seen this blanket already, scroll past. Seen that, scroll past. Seen that, scroll past. Not interested. And then when you see a new product that you haven't seen before, like, I don't know, say I haven't seen this before, you like it, comment it, right? And then, go look at an account and then basically interact like how you would be on your normal like doom scrolling accounts that you have, right? Do the same thing. When you're interested in something, you look at the account, you look at the videos and stuff like that. That's basically how you would do it. And then, yeah, that's how I do my burner method for my Instagram. And then the next method, well, first of all, Instagram, I actually do a lot. So on Instagram, I do it when I basically don't have like my TikTok available to use. Then I'll use Instagram. But yeah, so the first and one of the methods that I use the most, obviously, is TikTok burner method, and specifically TikTok US. And how I do this, how do I get like the US TikTok on my phone, is basically, obviously I need a second phone, which I don't have on me right now, but I have my second phone, and basically wipe it all out, okay? And what you want to do is, if you're outside of the US, buy a SIM, like a US SIM from the Amazon, and basically you want to register or whatever, get the phone number and put it into that iPhone, and then you want to create an Apple ID in the US using the phone number that you have from the SIM, and then in the Apple ID it'll ask you for an address, and then what you do is basically just go on Google Maps, right? Go to a United States state, and then press on a random address and literally use that address. Like that's what I did. Oh yeah, and then also download a VPN. I use NordVPN. Seems to be working pretty well. But the only thing I guess to mention is that be careful when you're using a VPN. Always make sure it's turned on to United States and that specific location, because if you say that you turn it off and then like you turn it back on manually, and then if it automatically switches back to the country you're actually living in, it can fuck up the IP address, and it can actually like just like your accounts can get like deleted, or like it'll just get banned. Like Instagram and TikTok, like they'll like realize like your IP address is different, and it'd be like kind of odd, and then they'll just ban you. That's literally happening to me right now with my Instagram. So yeah, like it's a big issue, but always make sure you have it on when you're using it, and to always make sure when you do turn it on, it's on the right VPN. But yeah, other than that, I think the US TikTok burner method is probably the best way. And how I showed you on Instagram burner is the same on TikTok burner. Like how you do things is literally exactly the same. Except like you want to use hashtags that are different. So you want to use like the main hashtag that I think I used was TikTok made me buy it. And then I would only scroll on TikToky dropshipping videos, and then yeah, that's literally how I showed you on Instagram is how I did it on TikTok, just using that different hashtag. And yeah, and then if you use the same idea of how I use or how I like look for the products, my criteria, if you just use that for basically all the platforms, obviously except for AliExpress, you should be able to find like something pretty good. Like just this week I've found like, I think I found like 12 really, really good products out of a list of like 80 from this week. So like, yeah, it's pretty good. Like I've already ordered like 4 products, waiting for 4 products to come in. So I'm keen to start them. So yeah, that is exactly how I do my burner methods. I spend most of my time on the TikTok burner, but then I'll spend like half my time also on Instagram burner, and then AliExpress once in a while. I will admit I haven't used AliExpress burner or product research in a long time, but that is how I do my product research, and that's how I found all my winners. And again, this information is nothing new. And I know you guys have asked about this, and I've told you the same, that this is nothing new. This is information that's already out there, but I don't know, I feel like people just want to hear something new to see like maybe there's like a magical way to find a really great product, but there isn't. It's just hard work, putting the time into it, learning it and going through errors, and eventually you'll learn how to do it. So yeah, unfortunately there is no magic to it. There's no specific platform or someone who will magically hand you a winning product. You will have to do it just like everyone else, just like how everyone does the burner method. That is exactly how you do it. And it's honestly better learning a skill like this so that you can understand what a good product is. Just don't think about like people handing you things. Like that's never going to happen. And I know some people always ask me, give me a product to do whatever. Like I'm not going to do that. No one would do that for you, right? It comes with hard work, and nothing will ever be handed to you. So work hard on it, learn it, and eventually you'll do pretty well. Like there is just no way. You just got to learn, trial for error, and that's it. So I hope you guys learned how I do product research, and hopefully maybe if you guys haven't heard of these methods before, like, you've learned something new. Maybe try it for yourself, see how you go. But I will recommend, if you don't live in in the United States and you want to do TikTok burner, I highly suggest the US, solely because I think for me, from my experience, the US always gets the products in first. Like people always promote products in the US first, so I'll always see it first in the US, and then it will be shown into Australia. Or it takes like at least a month until like it floats onto the Australian market. So yeah, like for me, I've always found that the United States market is always ahead, but it definitely like it works, man. Like the US TikTok burner, it works, and it's probably the best method out there. So I highly think you should invest into it if you don't live in the United States, to get a second phone, to get a SIM, and to make, a brand new account, get a VPN. It's definitely worth it, and yeah, you'll save. It's an investment for the business, like honestly, and you don't need to get like a crazy new iPhone. I have an iPhone 12 that I bought for like $200 here, and then I use that. So it's not really, you don't really need to spend too much money on it. So it's not too bad. But yeah, I do highly recommend it. If there's anything you want to get from this video, it's just to do the US burner method. That's the biggest one. But yeah, that's it from me. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments. I'll try and answer them for you. And obviously I'm not going to hand you a product, so don't need to ask me that kind of question anymore in the comments. Okay. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and please subscribe. I really appreciate it. Took a lot of my time out of today to film this video, like 20 minutes. But still keeping it raw for you guys. But yeah, I do appreciate it when you guys do subscribe. Makes me happy to always want to do these daily videos, seeing that, there's actually people out there who are watching this, and maybe I could actually help you guys. So, yeah, please subscribe. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.